Hey everybody, this is Monologue Podcast Part 4. In this podcast, I'll be discussing why I'm switching from DigitalOcean as my cloud service provider to GCP or Google Cloud Platform. So before I start with why I'm switching over, let me just start with why I chose DigitalOcean in the first place. When I was looking into deploy my websites and applications, I actually started with a service that was Python only. Like I started with a service called Python Anywhere, but it's like very limited, very Pythonic kind of deployment service. And I kind of looked into services like Heroku, then and looked into services like AWS, looked into services like Linode, a lot of different very different services. Now the reason I chose DigitalOcean in the first place was just for convenience, right? All you have to do is to sign up with your Gmail account. You can create virtual machines like very easily. It's called droplets in DigitalOcean. You just kind of create a virtual machine. You get a static IP for it. You start immediately working. You even get root access, right? So it's very easy to get started with if you're a beginner. And so when I just wanted to deploy my application, all I needed was a virtual machine that has a static IP. Like for example, I did not want to create a virtual machine. If you're on AWS, you have to create an elastic IP so that you don't. So that, let's say you turn off your instance and turn it back on, you didn't have to kind of reset the DNS and other configs. So DigitalOcean was a very the choice of using DigitalOcean was based on convenience. And now, why am I switching to GCP, right? So I actually have experience working with AWS, and that might bring up the question, why not just use AWS? And AWS is being very popular in the industry. I think AWS has the major market share in the cloud service providers, and why not AWS? So again, I worked with AWS. AWS is a very good service. The sole choice, like why am I going to use GCP as my cloud service provider, is I'm very much comfortable with the G Cloud command line utility, which is the command line tool you use to interact with GCP servers or GCP services. And it's like a very opinionated choice on selecting a cloud provider, right? I'm not very, I did not like the AWS CLI interface, right? Like literally is the reason from that's one of the biggest reason for me to choose GCP or AWS. Then there are very small things like, a Kubernetes service, like the G Cloud, the G Cloud kubectl integration is very easy. Things like then I'm actually getting into work with big data very soon. So I think BigQuery is something that I'll be working, very closely. So it's a very opinionated, choice plus a couple of convenience choices. DigitalOcean is a very cool tool. I've been using it for more than 2 or 3 years. You just want to get started with deploying a couple of functions. Even DigitalOcean even provides Kubernetes services. So if you are looking for like a very easy convenience based choice, like go for DigitalOcean. It's not bad at all. The only reason is I'm kind of getting into big data, deploying applications on scale. So I think GCP for me appears to be the right choice. Thank you so much.